Hello, welcome to CKE 10,001's gaming channel. In this video, we'll be looking at my that time I got reincarnated as a slime, Tensura 4 gate 4 book Weiss Schwarz deck profile. So the level 1 and level 3 combos are with Shizu. And first off, I'm going to take a look at the level 0s. So I'm running 4 copies of It's Delicious Millum. It has 2 effects. The first is continuous. If all your characters are demon continent characters, this card gets plus 2,000 power. And at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you may move this card to an open position of your center stage with a character facing this card. So it runs to fight, and it's big. Then I'm running 3 copies of User of Ifrit, Shizu. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card attacks, you can choose one of your other demon continent characters, and that character gets plus X power until end of turn. X equals the number of other demon continent characters you have times 500. And the second effect is auto during your opponent's turn. When this card becomes versed in battle, you can pay 1 stock. If you do, rest this card, and at the beginning of your next Encore step, put this card into your memory. So paying 1 stock will Encore for 1 return, and then after that turn, it'll go to the memory. So more memory compression, and I guess being able to get an extra body on the field for that extra turn. Then 3 copies of All to Oneself Chloe. It has 2 effects. The first is when the card is placed on stage from your hand, this card gets plus 50 power until end of turn. The second effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can discard a demon continent character. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 anti-magic mask, reveal to your opponent, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Then running 2 copies of After the Battle Rimuru, which is your Ricky. So on play, pay 1, take a hit, search your deck for a level 1 or lower character card. And then second effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can discard a card. If you do, choose one of your opponent's level 0 or lower characters and return it to his or her hand. Then I'm running 2 of the Red Brainstormers, Tribes Princess Shuna. It has 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, choose 1 character in your opponent's center stage, and that gets minus 500 power until end of turn. The second effect is activate, pay 1, rest this card for brainstorming, and it salvages a character from waiting room. I'm running 1 copy of the Stockwash, Child on the Inside Millum. The first effect is when it's placed on stage, you can play 3 stock. If you do, your opponent puts all their cards in stock into the waiting room and puts the same number of cards from their top of their deck into their stock. And the second effect is it's a level 0 bomber. Then I'm running 2 copies from the trial deck of this trial deck card, Rimuru Tempest. 2 effects. First is when it's placed on stage from hand, reveal top card of deck. If it's a demon content character, put it in your hand, and then choose a card in your hand and put it in your waiting room. The second effect is when this card is placed on stage, you can discard a climax. If you do, choose a demon content character in your waiting room and return it to your hand. So it's your discard outlet for the deck. Then I'm running 2 1-outs. Head of the Monsters Rimuru. If you have 2 more other demon content characters, this card gets contiguous plus 1,000 power. And when this card is put in the waiting room, you can discard a card. If you do, look up to 4 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 level 1 or higher card from among them. Reveal it to your opponent. Put in your hand. Put the rest into your waiting room. Then 1 copy of Last Journey Shizu. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, discard a climax. If you do, choose a climax in your waiting room, return it to your hand. So it's climax swapper. And the second effect is when this card attacks, look at 2 cards from top of your deck, choose 1 card from one, put it on top of your deck, put the rest into your waiting room. Then kind of the bread and butter of the deck, Anti-Magic Mask. It's a 1/1 event. You search your deck for up to 1 demon continent character, reveal to your opponent, put in your hand, and shuffle your deck, put this card into your memory. So it's a memory compression focused deck. Then Conqueror of the Flames Shizu, I'm running 4 copies, is your level 1 combo. When this card attacks, if legendary hero is in your climax area, put the 2 cards from the top of your deck into your waiting room. Choose up to 1 level X or lower demon character in your waiting room, return to your hand, and this card gets plus 2,000 power until the end of turn. X equals to the total level of cards put into your waiting room by this card's effect. Second effect is auto. When this card becomes reversed, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a demon content character or the anti-magic mask event, you can put this card into your memory. Then run 2 copies of Creating Potions Rimuru. It has 3 act abilities. The first is pay 2, rest this card, put 1 card from the top of your clock into your waiting room so it heals. Second is if there are no markers underneath this card, you can rest this card, choose a demon content character in your waiting room, put it face down underneath this card as a marker. And then third is rest this card, choose a marker from underneath this card and put it in your stock. Then I'm running 2 copies of Demon Lord Remoris. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1. If you do, choose a cost 0 or lower demon content character in your waiting room and place it on any position of your stage, and that character gets and then you have to put that character into your memory at the end of turn. Running 1 copy of Rimuru, Sealing an Agreement. 2 effects. The first is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, discard a demon content, put a demon content character from your waiting room at the bottom of your clock. If you do, return all cards from your waiting room to your deck, shuffle your deck, and this card gets plus 15 power until end of turn. The second effect is when this card attacks, if the character facing this card is level 3 or higher, this card gets plus 6,000 power. So it's the deck refresh and a level 3 beater. And 1 copy of this level 3, Hero King Gazelle. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, look up to 3 cards on top of your deck, choose put them on top of your deck in any order, choose up to 1 of your opponent's characters and return it to his or her hand. And the second effect is act, pay 1 stock, choose 1 of your demon content characters and that character plus 1 soul until the end of turn. Then for our early plays, I'm running 2 copies of Achieving Musication Shion. 3 abilities. The first is continuous. If your waiting room has 2 or less climaxes, this gets -1 level in your hand. During your turn, if all your characters are demon content characters, this card gets plus 2,000 power. Third is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, discard a card. If you do, put the top card of your clock into your stock. So it's an early play stock healer that's big on your turn. And then I'm running 3 copies of Memories of Japan Shizu. It has 3 effects. The first is if there are 2 or more Conqueror of Flames Shizu, which is the level 1 combo, is in your memory, this card gets -1 level, so it's an early play. If you have 2 or more other demon content characters, this card gets plus 1500 power and Encore. And when this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can heal. It's an early play healer with Encore. Then I'm running 4 copies of the finisher, Shizu Resolutely Facing Off. The first effect is when this card is placed on stage from your hand, search your deck for up to 1 demon content character, reveal to your opponent, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Second effect is the Climax combo, Memory. When this card attacks, if Conqueror of Flames is in your Climax area and your memory has 4 more cards, deal 4 damage to your opponent. And at the beginning of your Encore step, put this card into your waiting room. And the last 8 cards are the Climax cards. 4 copies of Legendary Hero for your level 1 combo. And 4 copies of Conqueror of Flames for your level 3 combo. Alright, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, check EncoreDecks.com in the link in the description below to see an overview of this deck profile.